Hi, I'm Shady, FPV, and you're watching Crash Stories with Flycam.
Uh, Amazing, Shady FPV. We welcome you to Fly Camp, and I'm super excited to have you on this story episode. So,
Yeah.
just to start this episode, can you just talk to us and tell us who you are and what do you do? Like, are you a student? Are you working? Or what?
Okay, so as I said, I'm Shady, FPV. I fly mainly race. I've been, getting a little into cinematic FPV, and I go to a lot of ideal races. I'm top three, I would say, in the ideal leaderboard, and yeah, I'm a student. That's about it.
Okay. Okay, that's great. So you definitely
Yeah.
very modestly, very humbly, you said, yes, I'm top three, even though sometimes you have come first. That's amazing. So could you
Yeah.
just tell us like how your FPV journey began? Like when was it and what made you join FPV?
I started off in FPV about, I would say, 3 years ago, but it was around the time of the Dubai $1 million race. That was a big thing, and that like really introduced FPV racing to a lot of people. I was thinking of buying a drone just for like fun. That was the time when like the AR drone and the Phantom 3 were like a big thing. And then I found out about FPV racing. I found out like I could actually build one instead of having the hassle to get one from outside.
True.
So yeah, I built my first quad, found out about IDRL, went to a race, failed miserably, and kept going.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is something. I mean, we all have the picture of Dubai's race, right? With
Yeah.
the track and all moving, and it was so exciting
Oh
for
yeah.
us to see. It was mad. It was insane. True, definitely. And I see you. You have been. It started back then, and you're constantly going. So, how often do you
Yeah.
practice flying?
Not too often. Honestly, I used to fly once in a month, once in 2 months. But
Okay.
what really helped me learn was like simulator because it's
Okay.
easy to fly. I mean, not easy to fly, but more accessible.
True.
I live in the middle of the city. I have to go to like 30 kilometers away just to
Oh
fly.
wow.
And
Okay, that's something. Hmm.
when I was new, I used to crash once, and like that whole day is ruined. Like I would break my quad,
Yes.
come back home, 2 hours journey, no flight.
That's sad. I mean, I think we all
That's just
pilots,
FPV.
yeah, that's the life of an FPV pilot, right?
Yeah,
Like before it starts,
yeah.
like we have had experiences when we are building a new set, build itself, it's like blown up, and you're like, oh my God, what's happening?
Oh yeah.
So,
My
yeah.
first
So,
build, I like burned three FCs just
oh my
building
God,
it. Yeah.
three FCs.
Yeah, it was the Omnibus F4. It had those
Ah,
issues. It was just, some of them were labeled VBAT when they were actually 5 volt. So,
oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's sad. Back in those days, yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
So, just before we go on to the main topic of the series, you mentioned
Sure.
about
Yeah.
simulators, right? So, which is your preferred
Yeah.
simulator?
So the one that I think is most realistic is Velocidrone,
True. Okay.
which is being like, which is the most famous one right now,
True.
as ideal races are being held on it, VRL races, and a lot of races actually.
Okay. So, but did you
And
start
there is
with,
also DRL.
yeah, but did you start with Velocitron? I mean, it wasn't there. So, what did you start with
No,
then?
no. I started with FPV Freerider. That
Perfect.
was a
Amazing.
phone
Yes.
app.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still love it though. I
So
mean, I don't know why. Okay.
yeah, that's actually how I learned acro, just playing on my phone.
Okay.
I didn't even use the controller because I wasn't even confident enough.
Uh-huh.
Like it, and I had a fly sky, so I couldn't
Oh,
control. I mean, couldn't connect it
yeah. I mean,
back then.
true. First
Yeah,
transmitter even mine is a fly sky. So yeah,
yeah.
some stuff. Yeah, just to start with.
So after Freerider, I went to something called Rotor Rush.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I
Hmm.
think it doesn't exist anymore. I think, or it's the
I'm not
Tiny
sure.
Whoop Simulator. It
Okay.
it got changed to the Tiny Whoop Simulator, and it's free
Okay.
now. It used to be a subscription.
All right.
Yeah.
And what are your
And
thoughts
then I
about
went to
DRL?
DRL and
Hmm.
Velocity.
Okay.
DRL is great. It's a a Steam apps. I mean Steam game, so
Yeah.
that's good.
All right.
And
Hmm.
yeah, the competitions are good in DRL.
DRL. Well, yeah, true, definitely.
Yeah,
It's exciting, quite exciting. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So let's just jump into the core of the series, which is the crash stories, right? We have this
Yep.
slogan in the community, which is build, fly, crash, repeat. So we've got to crash
Okay.
in order to learn from it, right? If you're not crashing enough,
Yeah,
you're not learning enough,
for
or you're
sure.
not flying enough.
Yeah.
True. So you said that you started it when 2016, 17, or when FPV?
Probably end of 16,
End
maybe.
of 16. All right.
Yeah.
So,
But then I quit.
oh, you had a gap, is it?
Yeah, a long gap.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah,
Okay. No issues. I
came back
mean,
in the end of 17 or 18, I think.
hmm, okay. And back into full power racing, is it?
No, back into full power racing was just like a year ago.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, I was really bad at racing
A lot
before.
of practice made you top three.
Not just practice, but like getting confident with my gear, doing a lot of simulate. Yeah, practice. Stick
Practice.
time is the most important.
Yeah,
Gear
there's
is
nothing
like
else. Hmm.
secondary. Yeah,
True. True. Okay.
yeah.
So, for all the viewers out here, could you just talk to us about your first crash with your FPV quad, and where was it, and how did it go about?
Okay, so my first crash, I'm gonna talk about the first time I tried acro mode,
Mm-hmm.
and of course I put an action cam on it because why not?
Yes.
So yeah, there was this guy I used to fly with in Hyderabad. Finally found someone who flies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he doesn't fly anymore, as far as I know. He like really encouraged me getting into like acro because I used to fly self level, which is
Mm-hmm.
nothing. You shouldn't fly self level.
True.
So
Mm-hmm.
I first time trying acro, I got a bit confident with it, and then I went for my first roll. I
Mm-hmm.
went a little high up. I went for a really slow roll, 500 rates, really slow.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
lost a lot of altitude. I was fine. I was fine till that time. And then there was a goalpost ahead. I was like, yeah, let's continue my regular flight. Went straight into the ground.
Oh
And
boy.
then my action cam ejected, and there were some drunk guys who were sitting on the side who
Okay.
ran and took my action camera because I was far away. They took my action camera. They brought me my quad halfway, and I was like, "What? What? Excuse me?
Where's
Where's
the
my camera?"
camera?
And
Yes.
they were like, "We don't know. What camera?
Oh boy.
We don't know." Yeah, I have that recorded. That guy picking my action camera and running away.
Oh, damn.
So
Okay,
yeah,
but
that's good.
so you did get your camera back.
Yeah, because they were drunk, they got scared, and they just threw my camera away in the grass.
Oh boy.
And I connected my camera through Wi-Fi, and I
Okay.
saw there was grass. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, they don't have it. Let me just look around. After like I don't know, half an hour maybe, I found my camera,
Oh boy.
which was it was a he cam.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Oh yeah.
that great, but
The
still, that
E.
was my first action cam. Yeah.
And that was your first crash.
In acro mode, yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, acro mode is
Yeah.
the thing. Like, I don't
Yeah.
see stabilized
Before
mode
that, I
as,
don't even
yeah,
consider that as real flying.
FPV. Yeah, true. That's there
Yeah.
definitely. Okay. I'm glad that you found your action camera back. Otherwise, it'd be very
Yeah.
sad, right? To lose an action
Yes.
camera on your first acro flight. But okay.
Yeah.
So, what did you learn from that particular crash?
Uh, I would say that you just have to go for it. That's what I learned because I spent a lot of time on self level mode, and that really, gave me that muscle memory that I have to keep my stick forward and like what I have to do. And that's not really what I should have been learning.
Mm-hmm.
And what I learned was you just have to go for it. In FPV, you're gonna break stuff, but yeah, just do it.
Just go for it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely go for
but
it.
still be safe. Just don't go for it like anywhere.
Yeah. And I think
You have to
knowing
be
your
responsible.
definitely. And I think for this
Yeah,
particular experience, I felt like knowing your rates is important. Like you said 500,
yeah,
right? So that was slow. And then imagine you put it even more slower and it's just coming down like that. Like
yeah,
that's not going to end up nice.
yeah.
But yeah,
Because your first time doing a roll, you don't know what it's like to, be inverted, and like
true.
you don't know how much time it takes, how much stick
The
movement it takes to
true.
like go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. Definitely. So,
But hey, I'm
okay.
back to 500 rates.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, you make a full cycle, you go to high rates, you think that's the
Yeah.
thing you should do,
Okay.
but then you realize low rates are better.
Ah, damn. Yeah.
For
Uh,
racing
so,
at least. For racing.
do you have a high expo or anything of that sort?
No, I try to keep it linear.
Linear? Oh, that's good. I mean, yeah, for
Yeah,
racing, linear is kind of better.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's nice.
There is some expo like zero point 0.1, I think. I'm not sure
Minimal.
about the,
All right.
yeah,
That's cool.
sorry, my
So,
lights just, yeah,
okay. So that was something. Okay. So
yeah.
you've been flying for so long, right? Maybe like from 17,
Hmm.
imagine, for almost 3 years now. And definitely stick
Yeah,
time is the one. So you practiced a
yeah,
lot. So out of so many, maybe hundreds of flights that you've got, do you have any like
yeah.
one of the wildest flight which turned into a crash? Which is your wildest crash that you have? The crash experience that you would like to share with us?
Wildest.
The wildest.
Hmm.
Yes.
I would say, huh, I don't have the video for it.
Oh, damn.
I looked for the DVR. I don't have, because that was really, intense because of it was at a race. It was before the semifinals. I had to set a time better than someone else to get in the finals,
Mm-hmm.
which was insane.
All
So,
right.
and I crashed in that, but I still set the time.
Oh,
I don't have the DVR for it.
how do
I'm
you,
mad. I
how did
crashed
you?
into the final gate
Oh
and broke
boy.
my
Oh
arm,
my
broke
God.
my motor.
Shit.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
crossed the gate. Yeah.
oh.
And then I
So,
had my final. So yeah.
and then what happened on your finals?
So because I set a good time,
Hmm.
I think I set a tiebreaker time with Vishal.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go again. I had to go again, and my quad was broken. So
Damn.
I was panicking. I gave my quad to Ritvik, and he fixed it.
Oh yeah. Then and there.
Yeah, he changed my motor. He put my arm. He put the arm,
Huh.
replaced it because I was like, really nervous. I have to go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So the
amazing.
community is great
Yeah, that's the best
because
part.
even Ritvik was in the
Yeah.
finals, but he fixed my quad.
Okay. That's really sweet, right? I mean, that's the part that we
Yeah,
love, like the community, right? They are all
yeah,
willing to do something. Like we understand each other's problems, and yeah,
yeah.
that's amazing. The community is something that I really love as well. So okay,
Yeah.
so so at that point, were you happy or sad that you crashed at the end, or did you qualify and you're
Oh, I
happy?
was
So what was?
happy. I didn't even think about the quad.
Yeah,
I was very
okay,
happy.
because you
I was
even
like,
broke the
hell
record
yeah. Yeah, because
at the end.
yeah, I barely made it. I was one
Yeah.
second within that guy. That's the tie.
Oh my God. Racing milliseconds count, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
quite intense. Yeah, I can just imagine. Do you have any pictures of that by any chance?
I would have to look. I
Okay.
think, you know what? I can even find the DVR. I bet.
Okay.
Or
Okay,
we
that'll
could
be
just
great then.
find
Yeah.
it from Karan's live stream, I guess.
Oh yeah. True, right?
I actually looked through that because that was
Mm.
such a great moment.
Okay.
Didn't find it. I'll look
Okay.
again.
So now, thinking about this particular crashing at the finish gate, right? I mean, it's good, but
Yeah.
then you still broke a couple of components. So, what did you
Yeah.
learn from this particular thing?
Uh, Learn. Hmm.
What do you,
You
what do
don't
you
learn much.
what do you have to say
uh,
for the upcoming budding pilots, right? Or
I mean,
anything?
if you're gonna crash on the final gate and still go in, I guess.
Yes, that's good. That's really good. Yes, crash and just finish the race.
But
That's important. Yeah.
if I had to give like a tip for racing, I
Mm-hmm.
would say know your limits, but still push yourself. Like, don't try to
True.
go full throttle all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Try to go as fast as you can and still maintain a good line. People try to, use a lot of throttle, which
Yes.
is really stupid. You shouldn't
And
go full throttle always.
yeah, they lose
No
control.
one does that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you
Definitely.
miss
Yeah.
your line, you lose more time in going back
Coming back,
than you would
correcting
with
that.
going a little slower. Yeah.
True. Makes sense. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
but
something.
what I learned from the crash,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like I don't know, be confident with your builds because in that big crash, I only broke like the motor, which I didn't really break. The wires actually just came out of the windings, which you can rewind
Mm-hmm.
with the help of the community.
Yeah.
And my arm broke, which
Mm-hmm.
breaks all the time. In races, you
Yeah,
break arm.
true.
Yeah,
So it's an easy fix because it's just a singular arm. It's
yeah,
just yeah.
yeah,
So it
yeah. I could
makes
remove
sense.
one arm.
Okay. I really liked when you said like know your limits but push yourself, right? I mean that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like yeah, completely makes sense. So that was something really nice. And so I see that you've been practicing a lot on for the IDRL races and things like that. But could you tell
Uh-huh.
something about when you went out flying the last time and you being top three in India, when was the last time that you
Uh-huh.
crashed? Was it a week ago, today, or a month ago, or what was that?
Okay. So I would. I crashed this Sunday. I mean, I would say,
Okay.
but that was just I set up a really tight track,
Mm-hmm.
which was yeah. You're gonna crash on that track. But if I had to talk about like a big crash,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which I saved, I would talk about like the last race that I went to
Mm-hmm.
because those are the crashes that really matter at a race
True.
because you have
Mm-hmm.
time constraints, you have actual things on the line. So
Definitely.
the last Goa race, I don't
Mm.
remember. Was it? I think it was NIT Goa. Yeah, maybe.
The one that you came first?
Yeah, that one, the
Oh,
latest
wow.
one,
Okay.
the
What about
latest
that?
real life
Uh-huh.
race.
Mm-hmm.
So it was me, Ritvik, and Devnath in the finals.
Yeah.
Like a lot of other races.
Yes, I've seen those. Yeah.
Okay. So we were setting like really close times. Devnath has had his lap timer there because we
Mm-hmm.
were not a lot of people at that race. It
Mm-hmm.
was starting of Corona time, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not too many people came.
Okay.
And we all were like a second within each other, so we knew it was gonna be a tough race. So we were all pushing ourselves.
Yeah.
I think it was on the first or the second chase the ace. I won the
Okay.
first race, no
Mm-hmm.
no crashes, but in the second race, I think on my second or third lap, I was coming in. There was a split S gate, and then I
Mm.
crashed right into that split S gate, and that
Oh,
was like my second chase the ace to win the race. I
okay.
somehow the quad full throttled and it went like really high, but
Uh,
I guess I was too focused in the moment. I came back down. I throttled into the ground. I lined up to the race again, and yeah, I
went back.
I ended up winning that race. Yeah,
Hey, that's amazing. Like You won that race where you crashed?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
I think
recovery,
we even
right?
see someone overtake me and then me overtaking them.
Oh yeah?
I'm not
Okay.
sure it was if he was in front of me or
Hmm.
because they also crashed, so he might have been one lap behind. I'm not sure
Okay. Oh
because
wow.
Devnath and Ritvik also ended up crashing
Okay.
in
Well, were
that
they
race.
able to finish, or were you the only one who finished? That's why you won.
Uh, okay, don't sell me short. I think
No
okay,
issue.
I think
But
on the first race,
okay.
they did crash out, but on
Okay.
the second race, I think they finished.
Okay.
In the
But I
second
mean,
race, which
hmm,
also I crashed and they
yeah,
crashed.
you recovered. That's the craziest part. Like you crash and then you recover and then you
Yeah,
finish and you finish first. And especially in
yeah.
NIT Goa, like that's amazing. That's
Hmm.
really nice to hear.
And that was my first place, I think, in a real race.
The first place, yeah. Did that feel
Yeah,
amazing?
yeah, that was really good. Yeah,
How many
even better
races?
than my first podium.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
how many races have you three come top three? And you, Devnath and Ritvik.
You mind if I check?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so I hope I didn't mess up my camera.
No, this is good. This is
Uh,
bright. I'm guessing minimum
mhm,
3, 4. I've seen a couple of your
3, 4,
posts and
5.
things like that. So
I think 5. Yeah,
five, 5.
or
Wow.
4, 5 or 4. Yeah,
Damn. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, this is crazy. I mean, um,
There was
well,
only one race which Ritvik wasn't there because he crashed and he managed to get his quad stuck on top of a tree. Yeah,
was it the night track?
that's the only reason he wasn't. Yeah, it was a night track. It was
Yeah.
VJTI.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
I've
my first
seen that.
podium. So
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. I saw that picture of his drone on the tree with that light,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's there. Like
Yeah.
that's Ritvik.
That was during. That was exactly 1 year ago, I think.
Okay, a
It
year
was during
ago.
December, Christmas time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, talking about your last crash, right? What do
Yeah.
you have to learn from that? Like something that you could talk about recovery, because that's an extremely important skill to learn,
Yeah.
recovery. So, what do you have? What did you learn from it, or what do you have to tell someone who's looking at this?
So whenever you crash into something and you're like, you're like spiraling out or you're like full out of control, you're yawing maybe. So you shouldn't always disarm, but you should disarm if you're like, if you know you're near something that can be harmed, if you're near people or if you're near like somewhere you don't want to be armed when you're going to crash. So you just disarm. But if you
Hmm.
know you can recover and you can save your quad, you should try and not disarm and like save your quad
Okay,
if you're confident.
if you're confident, that is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something. I understand.
And even if you like lose video, I don't think you should disarm. So there's this trick if you're doing long range or if you're doing freestyle, you have a self level mode on your switch. And
Hmm.
whenever you lose video, you turn the switch on, you go into self level mode and you
Throttle.
throttle
True.
up like a lot.
Yeah.
Because whenever you lose video while going long range or freestyle, you mostly you would be like you lost orientation and went somewhere like behind something. That's why you lost the video.
The video.
So it's
True.
better to always go up
Okay.
if
Yeah,
you know you're
definitely
safe.
makes sense. Yeah, like definitely, especially behind buildings or top of buildings is when
Yeah.
you lose video feed, and that is when you can just
Hmm.
go up, right? Definitely
Yeah.
true. Self-leveling mode, having it on a switch, definitely is so helpful.
Yeah.
Even though we are
That's
pros
just
sometimes.
a tip. I've never
Yes.
actually tried it. I
Oh, is it
usually
okay?
just level out on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you
I've just
level out when you're on acro and without
Yeah, I've
a
done
video
that
feed?
2 times with losing video.
Oh my
Once I
God.
was behind like a really big mountain slash rock,
Mm-hmm.
and there was water underneath. and I lost complete video. I was going
Okay.
like I was this close to the rock,
Uh-huh.
and I was going into the rock, I think. And then I turned back around, no video, and I full throttled and I went above the rock.
Oh my God.
Barely missed it.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
son. So,
And yeah,
well, that is something.
I was gonna
But
say the second time, but okay.
you were able to get
Yeah.
it back. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, especially
Okay,
crashing.
so enough about me. I think you should share one of your stories also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of
So
your crash stories.
one of my crash stories. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So I feel like it was, I think, around a month ago, approximately, and we
Uh-huh.
were doing like a random shoot near a lake for a car
Okay.
company. So we were just doing that recce, just a trial run,
Uh-huh.
and we did a
Yeah.
couple of shoots on the road and everything, and then this was just my trial quad. It's not my actual freestyle setup. It's just my the other setup that I can mess around with, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have a GPS. It doesn't have any the self-powered buzzer or anything. All right. So
Uh-huh.
the day that I went flying, I was flying it, and suddenly I realized that the OSD wasn't switched on. So I was like, okay, usually the
Okay.
OSD is on, especially for my battery. And I was using a Dinoji 1850s, the 4S, and
Uh-huh.
these were kind
Yeah.
of beat up. So I did a
Okay.
couple of flights, and because my friends were around, I got kind of excited. I did some full throttle punch outs, and they went mad because of that sound and everything. Uh, but then when I was going, I was nearing by. I kind of
Yeah.
the video just started getting a lot of interference, and
Okay.
the next two
Mhm.
three seconds is completely black. And I knew I
Yeah.
was coming back home, but then I didn't know where I crashed. I did put full throttle,
Okay.
but it just kept coming down. It just came coming down.
Oh,
So that was really
okay.
sad. I lost video of it, but then it took a team of around, I guess, 8 of us were there. We searched for almost half an hour. We put the DVR recording
Oh,
from the goggles to the phone. Then we saw the last, which tree it
oh,
was.
damn.
Then we saw it, and then we found it on the tree. And then it took us like almost like 15 minutes to get it down as well. But so that
Yeah.
was something that was my latest crash, and that was quite scary because it took me around the entire team around an hour to find that quad. So not
Yeah.
really good. So what I learned from that
At least you
was,
had a team.
yes, I was lucky to
Yeah. But
have
thank
these
God for the
guys.
team, I guess.
Yes, definitely. It was like a search party going all through that farm, and we were like, oh my
Damn.
god. Yeah, so that was something. And I realized that, dude,
Yeah.
OSD, knowing your battery voltage is super
Yeah.
important. You never know when it's going to sag down and come, right? Because we have
Uh-huh.
taken our batteries to its limits, and we definitely need to know if it's going to just drop its voltage. So, quite important, I
Yeah.
feel. So, that's something. So, yeah, that was one of my
Yeah, for sure.
story. So, it was really nice knowing your stories, you being a top three and things like that. But so if you had to tell any three top advices for a budding FPV pilot, so what would
Yeah.
that be?
So firstly, uh, don't spend that much time building your quad as much as you do flying your quad. So
Mm-hmm.
like I see on the forums, everyone posting like, how do I do this? What is the best part? Like, what is the best camera? What is the best stack? You don't need the best stack. You don't need the best camera. You need
True.
something that flies. You'll get
Mm-hmm.
used to it.
Yes.
It will be reliable because like the industry is at this point that there are no really bad products. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you buy something that has a big user base, it won't be bad. Like
True.
you're not gonna break it on your
Definitely.
first time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, you might break it on your first time because if you crash, it doesn't
Yes.
matter if it's your first or your 100th. It's all on the crash.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say don't think about like if it's your first quad, don't like get too much into building it. Like don't spend too much time. Spend time flying. If you're gonna fly, I mean, if you're not gonna build a quad that fast, just fly simulator. But
Mm-hmm.
stick time is the most important thing.
True. Okay.
So first tip.
Okay.
Second tip, if you're getting into racing,
Mm-hmm.
don't full throttle. I hate when people full throttle.
Okay.
You can't
Yes.
do that.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
if
Mm.
there's a track, full throttle is just, it's just an unrealistic thing to do. Like
Yeah.
uh if you have like perfect lines, if you're like Mincha, if you're like heads up, you're gonna full throttle.
Mm-hmm.
But even people like the top pilots, they don't
Mm-hmm.
full throttle always.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you
you
just
have to
can't.
set your lines. Yeah,
True.
you can't. Yeah,
Okay.
lines is better than throttle.
Definitely. Any day. Yes, I agree with you. True. Okay, so don't full throttle. Yes, that's your number
Yeah.
two. Okay.
Okay.
Number three.
Third tip. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I didn't think about this. uh, let's see. Do you have anything to add? Like a
Um,
tip till I think of mine.
okay. As a tip, I would say definitely understand your gear and do a lot of test flights before you just venture out, right? And don't
Yeah.
like, we get that adrenaline when we are FPVing or we are flying a drone that we want to do those tricks and rolls and all that before even
Yeah.
understanding our equipment. And that's a
Yeah.
big mistake that we all do. So I feel that is one, but I feel on the building aspect, if you're not going to fly but you're building, usually what we
Yeah.
do is we just buy all the components and then we build it without knowing what the function of each or the features are,
Yeah.
which is the connections, what are the options available. So I feel knowing, I kind of personally read every manual. I don't know, I like
Yeah.
reading
That's
manuals.
that's
So
something you should do. Yeah.
yeah, so I feel reading a manual is quite important if you're going to build a quad of your own.
Yeah.
True.
Like
Okay.
even in my most recent build, if I hadn't read the manual, I would still be stuck.
Yeah, I mean, true, definitely.
Yeah.
So, okay, so can you show your quad to our audience? Do you have one
Uh
with you?
yeah. Would you like to see my race quad or freestyle quad?
All the
Both?
quads that you have, Shady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Completely built quads and one like, I don't know,
Okay.
without motors. So
Mm-hmm.
I stole these motors to put on my freestyle quad.
Okay.
Really need a freestyle quad. This is the trusty old race setup.
Mm-hmm.
It has the RC Power 207 motors and
Lovely.
Econ stack.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dirty, really dirty. It
Did I
has
see a
yeah the
GPS on it?
Econ. No, that's actually just the VTX antenna. I've put tape
No.
on it.
Okay, under the
On the freestyle
GoPro
quad,
mount?
yes, there is.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Under the GoPro mount is the VTX.
Okay, I understand. Got it.
I, I'm not sure if you can.
Yeah, we could
Yeah,
see something on that top plate.
I
That's why.
think the
All
GoPro
right.
would pick that up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
So
right.
that's the VTX, that's the Crossfire,
Mm-hmm.
and the Runcam Racer Nano 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a GoPro mount because I used this for filming when I didn't have a freestyle quad.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And yeah, I just brought this even if it doesn't have motors because of how clean this build is.
Build is there a
Because
20 by 20
yeah,
on top?
yeah. Even this was 20 by 20, but this just looks very small because it has the VTX and the RX soldered directly by pins on the FC. So this is
The
the Chinese
wow.
LED FC. So
Oh,
it's like
okay.
really compact. I don't know
Okay,
how
that's something.
to show.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
wow. Oh,
So
that
that's
is
like a
a
really
clean
tiny
build.
stack. It's a
Yeah.
very clean build. Yeah.
Okay. You love
And
clean builds?
on the, yeah, I try to make them clean. I
All
try.
right. Okay. Okay.
And
And
this is the freestyle quad. This is
uh-huh.
the source one frame.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This has the Rainbow Brother Hobby Motors R6.
Oh, it looks
These
amazing.
these look these look
Yeah.
really good. I like how they look. These are really old, but I don't know, they look really good. Again, Racer 2 Nano because I stole that from my race squad. I didn't have a
Okay.
camera.
Mm-hmm.
A Matec GPS and CL Racing F4 stack,
Okay.
Pro 32 Unify VTX, Crossfire, and I don't know, a capacitor in there. I don't think you can see that. Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah,
that's
some
something.
nice 3D prints on
For your
this. I really
GPS
like those.
and for your bumpers and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely helps,
Yeah. So
right?
I have one of those 3D prints outside.
Ah,
So there's
okay,
you can
yeah.
stack the VTX underneath. You
Mm-hmm.
can stack a RX here. You can put a cap here. Your RX antenna, your VTX, and then your GPS here.
GPS. Oh, that's an
Yeah,
all-in-one kind
this
of
is really
3D
handy.
printed.
Yeah,
So do you have a
for
3D
the source
printer?
one frame. I don't, but
You source
community.
it. Community.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's something. That's amazing. Nice to see your quads. That's amazing. We kind of
Mm-hmm.
have a, view about what you kind of fly. All right. So
Uh-huh.
the last part of this episode would be, we call it FireFly. All right. So it's
Uh-huh.
basically a rapid fire round with fly camp. So FireFly.
Uh-huh.
So this is going to go quick. We've got 5 to 6 questions,
Yeah.
and I want you to answer as soon as possible, like in a second. All right? Cool?
Okay,
Ready?
sure. Let
All
me
right.
embrace for the
Yes.
fact.
Okay. QX7 or Tango 2?
Tango 2.
Devnath or Ritvik?
Skills or person?
Skills.
The Eritric.
Okay.
Sorry, they've done.
Okay. Chocolates or drones?
Drones. I don't like sweet stuff.
I saw some pictures on your Instagram, so I thought it was chocolates. All right.
Oh, it
Okay.
was. It was.
Okay.
Yes.
Racing or freestyle?
Your research, wow.
Racing or freestyle?
Racing.
Okay.
Racing.
Mr. Steel or Vanover?
Mr. Steel, come on. You can put Vanover and like an Indian pilot. I wouldn't choose Vanover.
Oh boy. All right. And last but not the
Yeah.
least, fly camp or fly camp?
Fly camp.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks a lot for this Shady FPV. So,
Yeah, thanks for
a.k.a.
having me.
the Law FPV, a.k.a. Aman,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Really fun to have you. We learned a lot about your
yeah.
crashes. We learned a lot from your crashes and a lot of advice
Hmm.
from you. Thanks a lot. You're quite
Yeah,
young, and super happy to have you in the top community up here. So that's
yeah,
quite amazing. So I'm looking forward to where this is going to go, right? The drone revolution, as we call it, especially
yeah. I
FPV.
hope it gets bigger.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Yeah.
super excited to introduce X class to India. Like, I want to go get up there.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I mean, X class is a class apart. I mean, that is something that nobody up here
Yeah.
are doing, but I feel that is going to blow
Yep.
people's minds out. So I'm looking out for that.
Yeah.
So,
The
anyways,
spectators.
a lot of spectator sport, completely true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was really nice having you on our show, on Crash Stories. This was
Uh-huh.
super fun. And Aman, I will see you in the skies.
See you in the skies. Happy to be here.
Amazing. So thanks a lot, everyone, for watching. This is your host, Mr. Hegde, and we had Miss Aman, aka Shady FPV, with us on this episode with Crash Stories. Stay tuned for the next episodes. Thanks a lot. Stay home, stay
Yeah.
safe,
Bye bye.
and fly high. Yes.